Hi, collective and friends of Chong the dog. I had, I've had an incredible day today, but my grandson has now finally took himself a nice nap. So I am going to do reading. And I had this energy and download. And it's a 70s song, Taking Care of Business. I forgot who sings it. And it's taking care of business every day. Someone's taking care of business, but yet people are hating. And they keep raising their vibration, and these haters just keep hating. And honestly, it's not a horrible thing, but you know what I mean. It is what it is, guys. I got the I got all the incense going and everything, and I'm gonna get the old spectacles out and start this reading. And I think anybody who's listening that's new, if y'all are new, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. All right, we're gonna do an opening about this energy, and let me go grab my one cards. It seems to help. Okay. Sorry. I know this helps me kind of get the idea of what's going on. It's these beloved dead cards. They seem to kind of help me get a idea of what's going on. Why somebody hates someone that's taking care of business. Why they would hate on somebody so much like that. Alright, we got defense. They're defenseless. Alright, well, this person, these people are defenseless. It's a group. I mean, and obviously, when people go against someone and they're envious, it always involves a group, guys. And I feel like these group are more than three. I don't know. Something like that I'm getting. And then I got snake. There's a snake in the group. Alright. And then we have active love be you. This is the storyline. Alright. Okay, all of these are up here. Alright, I'm just going to take the first couple cards here. I pre-shuffled this. And then the absence, or their absence is not here. This person they hate on has left. So, and they changed. Maybe that's why they hate on them. Alright, then we got expectation. The person that left had expectations. Alright, and then we have home. Well, the person that left, this person always thought of as home. I'm told to stop here. So, and one more. Alright. Okay, we'll take these three and be done with this deck, and I'll reshuffle this. And then we'll be done over here. I feel this is the end of the story. Because I got an upside down card, and that means the story's closed off. We got active faith, forgiveness, and faith. Somebody forgave somebody to move on. That's what happened here. And this other person has addictions, whether it be substances or sexual activity. I don't know. They have addictions. And they're not peaceful. Peace is in reverse. Alright. I guess that's the open energy, but this person's taking care of business. They don't care. Every day, taking care of business. That's how they get by. I mean, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. All right. All right, tell us more about these people, spirit. Tell us more. I got these where they're upside down and right side up. The ones that are right side up are the ones that have to do with this energy. The ones that are upward are for this energy. The ones that are downward are not for this energy. That's how I kind of set up my readings. See, this is not our cards. All right. Somebody's retirement goals are in reverse. They're not saving their money. They don't care about their future. All they care about is the present. And giving, they don't give anything, they take. That's terrible. Okay, this is not for this reading. And you are not part of my plan is in reverse, so that's opposite. You are part of their plan. They're lying. That's the narrative they spin. These are the narrative cards, y'all. Let's, whatever they're lying about, this is what they feel on the inside. I pretend that I don't care. Okay, they don't care. They're not pretending. They don't care. That's what that card means. They literally don't care. That's not for this reading. And then we got not everybody gets a ticket to your next season. This person that's taking care of business, not everybody gets to go with them. Okay, this is not for this reading. Alright, and this deep sea, somebody is deep sea. This deep sea is, I call deep in thought, deep in, like deep sea. They're deep in oppression. This person is deep in oppression and fear, but they don't tell nobody. And then we got divine alignment. Right here, divine alignment. Deep reflection. They're in deep reflection. Maybe because they done this collective so terrible. Maybe that's why they deep reflecting. I don't know. Alright. I'll put these here. See what else we get on this energy. Then we got spiritual guidance. Alright, one person went and got spiritual guidance. They probably prayed and asked God. This isn't it for this reading. Okay, this person is waiting patiently, but they really don't care. That's why they're not stepping forward. And then they can't reach out. And this is because there is another woman or another man. Okay, and then side piece is this is what they're hiding. They have a side piece that they're with. This is why they cannot reach out. Okay, that's not for this reading. Alright, and then someone's a high priestess. This is a high priestess card. Sensory awareness. Someone intuitively knows this. Even if they didn't tell them, they know this. Alright, and this person wants to make amends. But they really don't care. I think it's just because the side piece isn't doing well for them. And then we got labyrinth of choices. Alright, their choices get them stuck around in a labyrinth. It all goes to the same thing and they can't get out of a situation. They're just stuck in this labyrinth. And it says, I took the easy way out. And this is in reverse, so they did not take the easy way out. They just wanted to leave. Maybe you called them out on their BS. I don't know. That's what comes in my head is you called them out on BS if this is your reading. And not compatible. Alright, this other side piece they have is not compatible with them. They're not compatible, collective. They are not compatible with this this side piece. And you know what happens. You go and you find someone else then. Don't bother the collective, for real. And then we have, I often wonder if you feel the same way wondering. They don't. It's the opposite. They don't care if you feel the same way. They just want, maybe it's just not working with the side piece. They really wanted it to work with the side piece, guys. And then somebody has cosmic awareness. They're tapped into source. They're tapped in. They did the work. And they have inner strength. This person that they let go for the side piece. And then we have journey within. They healed. They went on a healing journey. That's exactly what they did. All right, that's not for this reading. All right, and then we got red flags. Red flags. There was red flags. That's why you left. Because there's red flags and your gut was screaming, why are we here? Why are we here? Okay, that and that is not here. Alright, wine and dine, cherish, courtship. Alright, they did not wine and dine you. They breadcrumbed you. This is the equivalent of breadcrumbing. This is what they did to you. They breadcrumbed you. Alright, that's not for here. Alright. Alright, they did not believe you. They did not believe you. Alright, we'll pull these this way. And I'll have to reshuffle and do other things. I reshuffle my cards, everything. Alright, and they didn't keep going. No, they gave up. They didn't keep going, they gave up on you. They gave up and said bye. And they didn't pivot and try to work with you. They just said, I'm out of here. And you already know the tea. You already know the tea about this person if you're listening. You already know the tea. That's why you're taking care of business every day. I feel you're working a lot. You're working, you're getting your money together, and you're not trying to worry about anybody from the past anymore. Then you have emptiness echoes. This person feels empty because he knows that the side piece, or he or she knows the side piece doesn't love them. And maybe now they're calling them out on their BS. I don't know. Their mask is in reverse. You're authentic. Okay, that's enough for here. I feel the sexual tension. They want what they cannot have. They don't love you, but they want what they cannot have. Once they get you, they're going to stay with you for a little bit. And then when they get bored of you, they're going to leave you again. Because you already know the tea. That's what's going to happen. Alright, and that's what we have for those cards about this situation. So these are done. These will always hit. These will have to be reshuffled all in another reading. Alright, let me put these here. Or I have like 500 cards, guys. I'm not kidding. I have like 500 of these things. So, alright, let's go to Tara. Let's go to Tara and find out what's going on. What's going on in this situation that you have. Well, at least we got the basic story here. But yeah, you're taking care of business. You're not worried about this. You're not letting it bother you. That is the main thing. It's not bothering you. You're not letting nothing stop. Nothing's going to stop you now. Nothing. This is what I feel. Nothing is going to stop you now. Nothing's going to stop me now. Alright. Okay. Okay, that don't belong to this reading. Alright, we got it. We got balance and reverse. Not giving enough attention to your partner being overworked, managing too many projects, letting things slip through the cracks, struggling with too many bills. This is what's going on in their life. This new partner doesn't work like you. They don't take care of business like you do. All right, and then we have Four of Pentacles and upright. And their possessiveness in their new partner is possessive, insecure, and hoards things, and they're stingy. And they got to live with this because you are a sweetheart, or a real. If you're a guy in this energy, because I pick up energy. That's it, guys. If you're a male, you were a stand-up man, or if you're a woman, you were a sweetheart. Okay, we got Ace of Cups. There's coldness and emptiness in their cup now. And as they used to tell me, my friends, whatever you are in the inside eventually comes out on the outside. However, like if you're real nasty on the inside, you will be less attractive because on the inside you're ugly. So eventually that comes out. I've heard that from people. And it is true. The most dark-minded people eventually, one day they get real dark. All right, we got Page of Swords in reverse, and this is scatterbrained, cynical, and sarcastic and gossipy. This is what they're dealing with. A person that's just gossipy and stuff. That is what they're dealing with. That one is that way, so it's not for this reading. And then we got intellectual work. A quiet, reliable, and dedicated partner, commitment in a relationship, dreaming big, pursuing further in training, establishing healthy financial habits. This is you. You're doing intellectual work. And I feel that some of you in this energy, some of you are single in this energy, and you probably will be finding somebody, but some of you have already found somebody. And some of you, that partner's on its way, but you're not worried about it because you're working. You're kind of enjoying being single. I mean, I'm enjoying being single, guys. You don't have to answer to nobody. You're your own boss, so your whole life. You know what I mean? And then you got Four of Swords in reverse. There's exhaustion, burnout, and deep contention. There's some stagnation. If you're exhausted, if this is you and you're exhausted, you need to get rest. You can only work so much. Okay. Alright. I don't know why I put that there. Alright. There's exhaustion here. Some of you might be exhausted, and it's okay. I mean, I get exhausted too. But I try to do something because I feel like I woke up alive. I should be doing something for the day to help my people. Well, to help my people is helping my family. We got justice in reverse. Something was unfair and dishonest, and lack of accountability about this situation. But the universe always balances out things. You really need to realize that the universe always eventually does balance everything out. It might take a minute. It might take months. It might take a half a year, but it does get there. We got strength to weakness. You were weak and now you're strong. You were weak and now you're standing in strength. All right, that's not for you guys. These energies don't count. And then we got misinformation to new ideas. You were misinformed. You had new ideas, but you got misinformation. Maybe this person kind of told you a bunch of lies and stuff and misinformed you about stuff, and you're like, you're like, WTF? What do? I was told this, or if you're doing bills, I was told this bill was in their name, Or that was in my name supposed to go to their name, and now you're finding unexpected bills or this or that. Misinformation. You know you're going to deal with this, but it's all going to balance out. It has to. And then we got Seven of Swords. Cheating, theft, strategy, flexibility, resourcefulness, escaping detection, staying ahead of the game. This is what they were doing. Oh no, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. Where did that money go? What do you mean? I'm not cheating on you. What are you, crazy? That kind of thing. Then we got Five of Swords. Conflict, disagreement, competition, winning at all costs. They were just fighting with you. Five of Swords, even after the breakup, acting all ways of crazy. And then Knight of Swords. Proactive, knowledgeable, logical, keen, clear, masterful, and driven. I feel like this was you. You were moving on like a Knight of Swords. You know, I feel like this is how you were moving through this energy when you were with this person. I really do. Then we got Seven of Cups. There was confusion. There was options for somebody. They left, so obviously there was options, guys. Opportunities, choices, decisions, and procrastination. There was fantasy and illusions. They chose the choice of illusion. Is what I'm getting from this card. But you're in star energy. Whatever you're doing, doesn't need to be the social media. It could be, I don't know, just the star of your community. You could be a basketball coach, but you're the best basketball coach. That kind of energy. Everybody goes, man, I love him. He's so wonderful. He's the best basketball coach of them all. That's the kind of energy it is, guys. Then we got Three of Wands. Disappointment and toil, fear of unknown, lack of planning, no action, procrastination, obstacles. This is where they left you. After they left you with another option. I mean, life is a cycle. I mean, I've been through a couple heartbreaks, and each one's a lesson that brings some different results here. And then Six of Swords. There was progress. You moved on. You moved forward. And there was a calm after the storm for some of you. And you're overcoming hardship right now. Some of you are in this energy of overcoming hardship. And that's okay. Okay, that's enough for us. And then we have Two of Pentacles. I don't know why I want to say twin. Maybe somebody, it's a twin flame. Maybe you're in Two of Pentacles with a twin flame. Got balance, flexibility, adaptability, and you multitask. I feel maybe you were always multitasking in this relationship and they didn't care and they just thought it was so easy. So they figured they could do it with someone else. But now they're finding out different, collective, because you've taken care of business. And you've moved on. And then we got Nine of Wands. Vigilance, boundaries, inner strength. You put up boundaries. You put up boundaries with this energy. I mean, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates, guys. Take what resonates. The hair is getting in my eyes. Okay, there we go. Alright, I feel better now. Alright, and then we have Six of Cups. Resolving childhood issues, completing therapy, letting go of the past, focusing on the future. Some of you did this. And I honestly promote a therapist. I do. I honestly promote therapy. I love therapy. I've been to therapy. I like it. I think it's beneficial to a lot of people. And you could come out with some positive results from therapy. You really can. Then we got effort. Setting clear boundaries. You're in your relationship, fighting to keep your romance strong, battling competition, defending your position at work, facing professional challenges. Some of you, this was the effort you're going through or you're going to be going through. I mean, you just got to stay strong. Okay, these cards aren't for us because they're bottom here. They're face down, so they ain't for us. All right, then we have the Lovers. Love unions, partners and relationship choices, romance, balance, and unity. Some of you just found somebody new. Or you have someone new coming in. When one door closes, another door opens. I heard that my whole life, y'all. Then we got the Moon. Illusion, intuition, uncertainty, confusion, complexity, secrets, and then unconscious. The Moon energy is here. I don't think it's for you. I think it's for whoever betrayed you or whoever made this. Whoever made this situation unstable. They got the Moon energy. That Moon energy, I know, doesn't sound horrible, but to be under the moon, it's like everything's illuminated. And your dark night of the soul, folks, when you're under that moon energy and you're on the wrong side of karma, can be very humiliating. For the person that was on the right side of karma, that moon energy isn't a big deal. It's like, oh, cool. This is the stuff that gets shown to you in your dark night of the soul. I had a lot of things shown to me in my dark night of the soul, but I was crying, and God's always with you. And sometimes you see angels around you. And it's really nice. But if you're on that dark side where you don't believe in God, or let's say you just did something real dark, that dark night of the soul is going to be real dark because God's going to be there saying, hi, do you remember this? Well, I'm here to show you why you should have done it. And I don't know, I wouldn't want to be there when God has his domain. Whatever the dark's allowed to do, so is the light. You're allowed to, if the dark's allowed to show you things, so is the light. Then we got the Ace of Swords. Clarity, breakthrough, new ideas, wisdom, concentration, and force, focus, and truth. You know, this is what you guys are into. You're getting truth. You're getting a lot of truth sent to you. Some of you. Maybe not all of you yet, but truth is coming. Truth always comes, guys. And then the Sun's in reverse. Somebody in your energies have a blocked happiness, an excessive enthusiasm and pessimism, and I can't even read that word. But anyways, you get the drift. I don't want to say it's the person that wronged you or the person that's on the opposite side. We're going to say the person opposite side of karma because I don't know enough about your situation to judge. And I don't judge. And even the Bible says don't judge unless you want to be judged. So I don't want to be judged. So whoever's on the bad side of karma is getting this. The Sun reversed. And you're getting this. So whatever, when judgment comes, because judgment will come. Judgment always comes to balance. Whoever's on the good side of judgment is getting one, and then the other one gets the other. Then we got responsibilities to procrastination. Alright, somebody has to be responsible due to someone's procrastination. That's what I get here. Okay. And now we have loneliness in reverse. Improvement in your love life, becoming more open to others, building friendships at work, an end to career hardships, Recovering from financial loss, saving money, paying off debt. All right, well, someone's coming out of loneliness and paying all their debt off. It's probably you. I mean, not everybody that when somebody leaves, they just go and say, I'm going to find someone else. Some people just say, you know, I'm just going to do me. And they just work and pay their bills and get ahead and see what is coming along. All right, then we got temperance in reverse for somebody in this energy, which, like I said, it's whoever is on the opposite end that did the negative. Whoever's in the negative is getting temperance in reverse. Whoever is trying to do positive things would be getting temperance. Everything's about positive and negative in the universe. It's all about how energy flips, guys. And we got imbalance, excess, self-healing, realignment, indulgence, sex. I want to say sex. I didn't even. Maybe some of y'all are getting that, trying to get your balance on. I don't know, but sex, SECTS. Okay, recklessness, religions, and disunion. All right, maybe y'all have reckless sex. I don't know, but it's in temperance in reverse. Then we got Knight of Wands in reverse. Arrogant, reckless, impatient, passive, volatile, lacking self-control, and demeaning. Maybe it's this person with reckless sex. I don't know. Stay away from that person. Hell yeah, I would. But some of you are getting some unions here. We got the Two of Cups. Partnership, unity, compatibility, love, proposal, relationships, harmony, romance, marriage, equality, connection. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's better than that other person that's getting that cheap sex. Alright, and then we have Eight of Pentacles, lack of focus, perfectionism, misdirected activity, mediocrity, frustration, stagnation, impatience. Yeah, someone be having lack of focus up in your energy too. Lack of focus. Probably the person that's dealing with all this reckless sex up in your energy. Oh no. I guess the person that left you is going to have a hard lesson in karma. Oh, yes, they are. Whatever the universe tells me, whatever I'm supposed to be doing, I just do it, y'all. Okay, these don't pertain to our reading because they're face down. These are face up, so this is how I do it. The energy doesn't want to present itself that way, so I don't let it be. All right, we got the King of Swords, integrity to corruption. You were up under corruption, and now you stand integrity. It could be a female too. Females could be in King of Swords energy. You know, depending on what you've been through. Then we got Page of Pentacles, learning to laziness. You've learned from laziness, and it doesn't have to be your own laziness, guys. This could be just the people in your energy that were lazy and procrastinating, and you had to pick up the slack for everybody. And then we got this Queen of Wands. Some of you are passionate and determined with things. You're doing things with passion. If it's hobbies, going on a holiday, vacations, or whatever, you're doing it passionately. And then we got Two of Cups again, soulmates and unity, close bonds. More of that, guys. You know, you're doing all the self-love, you're attracting people, guys. You're just attracting. And then we got the World, achievement, wholeness, travel, fulfillment, integration, glory, balance, infinity, eternity. Got this World card. You're completing a karmic cycle, y'all. Nine of Swords in reverse. Recovery, learning to cope, facing life, shame, finding help, grit. I feel this is the energy from the negative person in the energy. Because if I'm picking up all this positive, there's somebody here that's getting the negative. Because someone gave the negative, and they're going to receive the negative no matter how much they sent it. Then we got the Tower. Damn. Breakup, end of fragile relationships, a profound shift in how you perceive love. Unexpected job loss, significant disruptions at work, workplace turmoil, financial setbacks. Some of you are experiencing a Tower, and that's would be on the negative end. Whoever's on this negative end is the one that's getting the Tower. And that's where karma comes in. Tower, I like to call the Tower karma. The Tower is karma. When it comes, it says, I'm balancing everything out. You wanted to break up. You wanted to do this. You wanted to slash those tires. You wanted to do that. You break someone's phone. All of a sudden, their phone breaks. And and let's say they get one of these fancy schmancy phones. They spent $900. All of a sudden, the damn thing breaks down because they bothered you on the phone. Because the Tower appeared. Tower to me is karma. I mean, I think of it as karma. Everybody's under it. When you're under that energy and the Tower's coming, everyone gets judged. Everyone gets judged, good or bad. And if you come out of the Tower and you didn't do nothing wrong, you don't get bad judgment. You come out, you go into that Tower with bad intentions, karma's biting back, y'all. Karma is biting back and taking names. We got happiness to pessimism, the Sun. Somebody's happy and the other one's pessimistic. See how these opposites line up here? If you're happy, they're pessimistic. But it's upright, so now you're happy. So now they're pessimistic, and the Tower appeared. You have to be careful, everybody. Then we got Ten of Wands in reverse. Failure to delegate too much responsibility, collapse, breakdown. Ten of Wands. This is what they feel like. They are holding all this burden. Everything's falling apart. The Tower. The Tower takes no prisoners, y'all. Everybody's getting judged up in this Tower. Everybody. I don't care who you are. You could be Jesus and you would be You'd be judged in a Tower. The Tower would say, "Oh, good. We're throwing you out because you good, and we're getting these guys." That's what a Tower does. So, just so y'all know. And then we have perseverance in reverse. A dull relationship, being a homebody, neglecting your partner, lack of ambition or being overly ambitious, workaholism, reckless spending, impulse buying, risky financial decisions. This could be someone on the opposite side of karma. That's what they're experiencing. Or maybe that's what they did to you. So now what they did that to you, no cap, they're getting it back. That happens, y'all. And then Ten of Wands in reverse. They're getting the Ten of Wands. They're getting burden and stress, anxiety and defeat and burnout. They're receiving this because they gave it to you. That's why you got to do all this work all the time. That's why you're taking care of business. I keep hearing it. Oh my God, I think it's George Thorogood. Just put taking care of business on your phone and it'll come up. I'm sure y'all know the song. Put in the comments of who you know sings that, but I'll probably know when I come off this. And then we got moving on. We got Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups. Moving on to nostalgia. Someone's stuck in the past and you're moving on. Six of Cups. The Tower has ran through. That Tower energy ran through. You have been able to let go, but they're going to be stuck in the past because you were stuck in the past. So it's going to flip. A tower flips. Like if everything's real good, let's say everybody looks like they're more stable, they're better than you. All of a sudden, here comes the tower energy. Kaboom! Everything flips upside down. That's what it does. Then we got Knight of Swords. Or Eight of Swords, sorry. Eight of Swords. Imprisonment, victim mentality, negative thoughts, self-imposed limitation, lack of clarity, anxiety. This is the flip side of it. If you felt this, when the tower comes through and flips the energy, they're gonna feel it. Whatever they gave to you gets onto them, and then unproductive to a harvest. So, and this is Seven of Pentacles. Someone's unproductive, and you were harvesting. Or they were harvesting and you were unproductive right now, so you're in the middle of it. Or let's say you're unproductive, you need to learn to harvest. But somebody right now is unproductive. I want to say it is the tower that came through. Whoever was productive that was shoving things in your face like they didn't give a damn. They now are getting that back with this tower that just ran through like a hurricane. I can promise you they are. That's just how this energy runs. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. I love country songs, especially. I love drinking the country songs. I'm going to have a couple beers. I love to do it to country. I just enjoy it. I do. I love it. I'm like that, guys. But let's go over some oracle cards. Let's go over some oracle cards. Okay, that one's not for us. Alright, we got beautiful. I honor the beauty of my physical form, recognizing that I am truly beautiful inside and out. Beautiful. Just kind of just try to stay in this energy, you know what I mean? Alright, someone does not have inner love in this energy. I want to say this is a person that the tower had its way with. So they don't got no inner love. Someone don't have that. And then we have information. They don't got the right information either. Alright. And they are not grounded. They are not grounded, y'all. And you have a soul tribe. And this is, I am sure, I'm not going to read the cards for the other side. Their karma is having their way with them. Karma is like, you know, step aside and stay out of my way. I'm doing my thing. I don't read cards for, I'm reading cards for you. We got the soul tribe. I am surrounded by visionaries, creators, and kindred spirits who ignite my passion and purpose. All right. The divine has brought your soul tribe to y'all. Some of y'all have spiritual gifts here. I awaken the spirit, the divine gifts within me, fully embracing my soul's purpose and unique expression. Y'all got spiritual gifts, some of y'all. Even if it's just intuition or just really good discernment, that's a spiritual gift. Okay, that's not for us. There's a lot here, not for us. This is what Spirit wants to let us know about the energy. Okay, this they didn't want us to know. Or it's just not for this reading. And this one's for you. I'm going to put these over here. Okay. Your dreams are seeds the universe wants to grow. The universe wants to grow your seeds. Manifest. Manifest. Oh, and then we have here. Alright. this talks about divine flow. You have a force, what's not meant, flow. Alright, they don't, the universe is stopping divine flow for whoever is on the negative side of this. So if they come to your house, just realize they're not in divine flow. Alright. Alright, and the world is not reflecting their beliefs or their choices. That's what this card's about. So whoever's on your mind, they are going through a hellstorm with the universe, y'all. And then we got the universe only removes. Okay, the universe removed this person for you. This is about removal. This person, do not go back to this person because they were removed for a reason. Alright, and they took away your clear voice, so their clear voice is being taken away. They made you small with their words. And now someone else is making them feel small because they made you feel small. That's what I'm getting from that. So if they made you feel small when they try to come back, which they will, remember that they made you feel small. They hurt your feelings. They didn't care about you. They didn't show up for you when you needed them the most. So, and true friendship, they did not show true friendship to you. No, they didn't. Not at all. They were nasty. But you're getting divine luck. The universe delights in blessing you with extraordinary luck and golden opportunities. You're going to be handed divine luck. Alright, these are not for us. Alright, these were down, so these are not for us. They're not for us. Alright, and then this is upside down. Let's see what your person's getting. I mean, this tower's rolling through, guys. You're going to get the positive end, they're going to get the negative end. This is how it's balancing out. If they cause an imbalance, whoever caused an imbalance, they're going to balance it out. Alright, this says, what you seek is also what you... Alright, what they seek, they're not going to get. They were seeking new love, they're not going to get new love. They are going to get a karmic lesson. That is what that card's about. So if you wonder what the universe is dishing out, they're dishing out a karmic lover that's going to humiliate them. Alright, now we have another thing that the universe is doing to whoever else is in this energy. Alright, this is about peace. Trust your peace. Alright, they're not getting any peace. This is about peace. They're not getting any peace until they make amends with the universe for what they have done. So however long that takes, they will not have peace. No peace for them. And these don't go with this reading because they would have not flipped up. Alright. Alright, you're getting healthy love here. And this is, I attract relationships that support my growth, honor my boundaries, and reflect my highest values. You're going to be getting healthy love. The universe is going, when one thing gets taken away, another thing gets replaced. Alright, I'm going to just bring these over here. We got 5 more cards that have to do with this reading. Alright, whoever's on the negative part of this energy is getting vitality in reverse. And this is their life force. I want to say this is... You know what I take this vitality as, because it's called for life force. This is an energy vampire that's being drained. There's so many things being taken away from this person. I think they're an energy vampire. I think they're sucking energy. when I see vitality in reverse. I just, an energy vampire just sucking somebody's life force comes out. So they are not able to siphon anymore. That ability is being taken away because I guess we all intuitively could, that is able to do it, but why would you want to? Some people choose to. I feel like this is an energy vampire that's being put under judgment. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I'm being told that they feed off of other people's energy, and that would be an energy vampire, y'all. Take it as it resonates. Everything, or it doesn't have to be for everybody, though, guys. It doesn't have to be for everybody. This energy vampire could just be for selective few. For whoever's listening, for a small sector of you, this could be an energy vampire that finally got caught in the act, what I'm being told. And everything is coming back right here. And that comes up with vitality. I mean, I think this has to do with whatever they've done unto you is going to be done unto them. Okay, these are cards not for this reading. Then we got inner peace. They will not have inner peace. That's a part of this temperance in reverse. But you are a spiritual master now. I walk the path of spiritual mastery, actualizing the limitless power, wisdom, and love that reside within me. You have become a spiritual master and elevated from this experience, because through hurt, we learn discernment. And through discernment, we become sovereign. And when we become sovereign, it is a superpower to be sovereign. To be sovereign means nothing can touch you. Even if you're not intuitive, even if you are, especially if you're intuitive, you should work towards sovereignty. You should. Listen to Carl Jung. If you need help becoming sovereign, don't stop with discernment. Don't. Go straight to sovereignty. Because that is going to make you like a super villain. Because if you could be sovereign, you can look your ex-lover in the face and be like, okay, and walk away. And that is a superpower, guys. I'm just saying. Sovereignty, takes time. It took me a year to get sovereign. It took me an entire year almost. I was working on it way last year, and it's going to be close to a year I've been working on becoming sovereign. Some people naturally can just become sovereign. I call that a superpower because it's so beautiful to have sovereignty. It is. It's the best thing in the world. Nothing can hurt you. And then I got evolution. I rise above every challenge, seeing each one as an opportunity to evolve into the greatest version of myself. Oh my god. I gotta have that there. You're a peacock, look. And that's the last card, is evolution. Even though you went through this tower and a third party and everything else, you're rising up here and you have evolved. Give yourself a pat on the back for the small things you have accomplished. If we don't celebrate the small things in life, my friends, I feel that life is dull. It is. I mean, work on being a sovereign being. First of all. And while you're working on being a sovereign being, everything else just goes into place. Like, I don't know, it just goes in place like wonderfulness. Alright, let's see what the angels want to say to you. What do they want to say? Alright, these are my angel cards. Well, the universe. This is a universal card. Pardon the past. Alright, pardon the past. Let it behind. Let it go. Pardon it. That's what the universe is telling you to do, guys. And then we got resistance. Be aware of resistance. Be aware of resistance in your energy. Yes, be aware of resistance. People will always resist you guys. And divine justice is here. I don't take these cards in reverse, guys. Divine justice is here. No matter which side of the coin you're on, I don't care if you got a demonic ascension. I don't care if you're a whole narcissist. Divine justice is here. And no one escapes God's justice or universal justice. However you want to place God. God is the universe is God. If however aspect you want to think of him or her or the energy, it's all the same to me. Alright, Midnight Spiral. Alright. Alright, someone, don't let things slip through your fingers like sand. Alright, to me, this Midnight Spiral that I have, there's opportunities in situations that are going to be presented to you. Don't let them slip away like sand. That is what the universe wants to say to you. And your guides, your ancestors. Alright, I'm going to end this video. If you like it and you like my style of reading, subscribe. If not, it's okay. I am working on getting one of those bowls for frequency. I heard that they're good. I mean, I did light some incense over here, and I like my dragon sword, and I got my little mountain thing I made. But I want to eventually get one of those bowls that give different frequencies out. I'm gonna wait a couple months or just look into that. I mean, everything's a work of progress. I'm not sitting there. I invested in a lot of decks of cards, which I needed. You need variety, but I'm gonna eventually have one of those bowls. That's on my to-do list, collective. But I'm gonna let y'all go, and I had a lot of fun today. I did. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So I will see ya. Hopefully on the next one, because I do have a playlist out there, guys. And I do try to get as many videos out as I can. And I do love y'all. I do. This is fun for me. It's therapy, guys. It is. For me, this is therapy. Just getting up and talking to people, and it gives me something to do every day, especially when you're stuck in the house and work a lot, guys. And I'll talk to you later.